You are at a closed-in fast food joint. Hold on, here we go. You are at a closed-in fast food joint. You are a void or concealed carry license holder, and you are carrying your firearm, but this time you decide to leave your firearm in the car. Your 16-year-old daughter is in the car, and she is able to see you as you enter this restaurant because it has windows on the side. She can see straight through. Conversation happens between you and a man. Conversation gets intense. We don't know who started the conversation. Man, the customer, is aggressive. He gets belligerent. He comes close to you and says, "Get your food and leave." Are we tracking so far?
Yeah.
You continue to talk to him. I'm not saying whether you're aggressive or not. I'm just saying you continue to what? Talk to him. Man, that customer begins to tell you and yells again, "Get your food and leave." This is a different scenario. Different scenario. Daughter enters with her hands in her pockets. You tell your daughter, "Go to the car," but she doesn't. Good thing, right? You continue to talk to him. Man then says, "If you don't stop talking to me, I'm going to knock you out." You continue to what?
Talk to him.
Man says, "Oh my pawpaw. If you don't stop talking, I'm going to knock you the fuck out." You continue to what?
Talk to him.
Man pulls out a small firearm, shoots you multiple times. The other ones in there, they run. Your daughter pulls out that firearm. She shoots at him. Guess what happens? You both die. I'm the homicide detective that responds to it. We attend the autopsy, pull bullets from your body and his too. When the bullets go back to the lab, the bullets come back, and we learn not only did he shoot you, your daughter shot you too. What could have been done differently in the scenario that I posed? Hold on, here we go. In this scenario, could have got the foot and left. Stop talking to him. Oh, we're going to get to the man too. What else?
She should have left when she seen her daughter enter in the restaurant. She should have just gone.
Should have left when the daughter went to the restaurant. Okay, I'm not saying anybody right or wrong. I'm just getting your ideas. Go ahead. She should have got her food and left. You said she should have walked in with her gun on her? Because what kind of class is this, y'all?
Concealed carry.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel she got a gun, but I feel like as the man, he should have walked away.
We getting to that. That's why I said we gonna get to that. I got you. We ain't gonna leave his stupid self, right? We gonna leave him out of it. Go ahead. In this scenario. Go ahead.
She should have just walked out. And I would have called the police.
That's what I would.
Call the police. Okay, go ahead. Last one, and we're gonna push on to the
She should
man.
have had her gun somewhere safe for the daughter to get it to.
Or she should have had the gun. Here we go. Didn't we talk about section 24-9 on the first day that said you're supposed to secure your firearm?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about what could the man have done differently. What did you say?
Act like a man.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say it. The man could have done what?
Walked away.
Act like
Don't
a
say
man.
be a man. Be a man doesn't mean you got skills. What does that mean?
He should have walked away.
He could have walked away.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What else could the man have done?
He could have not let the woman get him so angry to do such things.
Not had control, right? Here we go. Could have had control. And he could have kept his hands to himself, right?
Yeah.
So let's back this up. Let's talk about walk away. Fill in the blank. I'm going to say a statement due to the graphic nature of what you're about to hear. Listener discretion is advised. I'm going to have to raise my voice. Where do you think you? Don't you walk away from me when I'm
Talking to you.
So here we go.
Who said that?
Hold on, here we go. Just listen. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Please don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Don't. Now just imagine how many times you've heard that over and over and over and over again as a child. Didn't we just talk about this earlier? That conflict avoidance is it begins with an S. And what is it again?
Still.
So if I can never walk away from you, when do I learn when I can walk away? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How many of you have ever been so angry at an authority figure you wanted to walk away to cool down, but they wouldn't let you? How many of you walking away would have calmed you down? How many of you not being able to walk away only made you more angrier?
Yes.
Then you grow up, but then men wonder why when they walk away, sometimes the ladies may not let them because they learned from their parents because they were never allowed to walk away. Does that make sense?
So true.
You see, it's learned behavior. Conflict avoidance is a skill. And both the parent and the child must learn to walk away so that you can teach yourself and your child conflict avoidance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Here we go. Let's go to keeping your hands to yourself. If every time a parent, so you're not listening to me. Ah! Now that boy learns that you solve problems by what? Because the parent showed he or she solved problems by what? Learned behavior. So here we go. Last point. Let me give you this. Would this be considered a control?
Yeah.
There we go. Grab that. Go on ahead and press. Go on ahead and press a button. Just do it. Just random. Just do it. There we go. It's not responding, right? Go ahead and press it like you want that motherfucker to work.
That's what I was stand up and go to it like.
All right, here we go. So, controlled his anger. Let's talk about control. Controlling one's anger, you got to be able to recognize your anger symptoms, what you do when you feel getting irritated all the way up to rage. And in fact, at some point, it's out of your control because it's all actions. It's no thinking. It's no thinking. So you're pressing that control, but it's not working. Why? Because there's nothing in here that communicates with that. So you're pressing it, expecting a response when one, that's the wrong remote, even though I gave it to her. That's the wrong remote for this TV. But if she doesn't have the skill to read it like how she did to see, at first, this is a TCL. What's the brand on that? Epson. Two different brands. So we automatically know, shit, hey, that may not be the right one. That may not be the right control. that may not, what is a remote called? A remote what? Control. And whatever that remote is sends a signal to this that must have the pre-programming in here to recognize that signal and respond to it, sending it back to the remote. Remember I said people in trauma suffer with 5 skilled areas. One of those is communication. Does that make sense?
Yes.
In order for me to be able to control it, I have to recognize it, have something in here to say, I should walk away, because if I don't walk away, this can happen, let me walk away. But it takes 2 parties with the walk away. How many of you have heard of situations where a person tried to walk away and the other person wouldn't let them walk away? They chased after them, they tried to grab them, tried to whoop their ass, and now you got conflict, and now you're grabbing that conflict back. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying with the man, right? With the man, he should have walked away, but you got to have skills to be able to do that, right? It's not just walking away, it's knowing why you need to walk away, knowing why you need to be quiet. Here we go. In our community, I hate to say it, but let's talk facts. As a child, if you run away from a fight and you go home and tell your parents you was in a fight, what would they likely say?
There's another fight.
I'm about to whoop your ass if you know what.
Go be quick.
You see what I'm saying? So then you go back and now you're made to get into a fight so you don't get into a fight at home.
You're right.
Here we go. I got you. I see your hand. When you walk away from that fight, right? Or even if you get your ass whooped, or if you run away, what's going to happen? You're going to get talked about. They're going to clown you, right? So is it safe to say, respectfully and out of love, our culture cultivates conflict?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't, but it's fair to say our culture cultivates, boy, I want all the smoke with that little ass fire extinguisher you got. Where's it at? How you want all the smoke with this? You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts? You got your hand up. I want to get your thoughts about what we said about this. What are your thoughts? Go ahead.
My thought is, okay, I'm using the difference because you said a kid was told and he probably was being hit on. But I'm going to take it back and maybe the kid wasn't hit on. What if the mother was being abused by his father and that was his learned behavior to beat on women? Not because he was hit on, but because he saw his father beating on his mother.
That's still not better, but you're absolutely correct. You see what I'm saying? Learned behavior. What are your thoughts about what I said about this? I don't expect you to like it, dislike it, whatever case may be. You have the right to your feelings. Say whatever you need to say because this is an open community. What are your thoughts about what we just said? Go ahead.
I feel like I pretty much agree with everything. He could have definitely walked away from the situation. On another note, I definitely can't wait to go home and tell my boyfriend I shouldn't have been chasing his ass and let his ass walk away.
Hold on. Listen.
I was so
Y'all missed that. Hold on. Y'all missed that. What was the last part you just said again respectfully? I'm sorry.
I said I definitely can't wait to go home and tell my boyfriend that I definitely should give him his space and let his ass walk away when it's time.
That's a great
And I love it. I honor you. I honor you for making that statement.
I'm from the bush, we're my own ass.
And I'm just saying, I honor you for making that statement because here we go. Some of us don't want to let someone we may love or need walk away because sometimes, oh, so you going with the other. Bring your ass back. You see what I'm saying? And it's not just the ladies. We talked about Travis Randolph or Rudolph in Palm Beach. We were talking about that. When she saw what she saw in his phone, she was packing her bags. He said, "You're not going nowhere." So that conflict goes both ways. If a person wants to leave, let them leave. But it is an attachment style. This person is your secure base.
F that.
F that. Right.
Man,
All right,
for
somebody
real.
else. Couple more people. What's your thoughts on it? Go ahead. You got your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I get the scenario, even how you put it with the other scenario, even one of them could have walked off, or some could have accidentally shot her, or, read the scenario. It's a lot they could have went wrong, but it's like, I'm 41.
Uh-huh.
I remember when I was younger, even though I'm trying to fight dudes like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it seems like a lot of females be trying to fight dudes, like, they don't know, like,
Crazy.
it's
But
That's not.
Hold on. Let's keep it within this context. Okay. So here we go. Keep going.
So I'm saying, like, to me, the whole dynamic can change completely now. Like, my sister now, when they was younger, I'm finna go get my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna walk away. They don't want to walk away no more. Like, he should have did what he did, period, point blank. But my thing is, she brought into the situation where, what if it was a behavior, him learning from his daddy, man? It ain't about, you know what I'm saying? You bring up behaviors, it's about what happened in their life.
Here we go.
Like him get beat.
I'm glad you said that. Now let's go to another scenario. Here we go. Would you like to be a part of this? It's easy one. You don't want to? She said I got ops. No way. Okay. You want to? Yes.
She kind of pretty much just said, like, man.
I got it. We all gonna appreciate this. So here we go.
okay.
Hold on. Here we go. Listen. I'll wait. Here we go. Hold on. Listen, y'all. What do these signs say?
Puncher,
Hold on.
slacker.
Y'all not close enough to see it. What does it say? Read it out loud.
I smile, puncher.
Hold on. You got I smile.
Okay, smile.
Okay.
Puncher, smacker, hitter, quitter,
Arsonist.
and
Narcissist. Oh shit. Hold on. Here we go. People want to sit here and act like those signs were present. Those signs were not present. So imagine if those signs were present and I come to you. Hey, my name is Mike. How are you?
Out the door.
Hold on. This is our scenario. Hey, my name is Mike. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
I want to talk to you about us.
What
You and me. Together.
Forever?
Forever.
I don't know about that.
Hold on. Why don't you know about that?
Well, now I can see
Now you can see what?
the flag.
The flags.
Yeah.
Now here we go. What is one of these flags?
All of them?
Hold on. Just find one that resonates with you right now. Because you sound like you turning me down. But why are you?
Oh, I'm picking. So it's the narcissist.
Okay, fair enough. But that's the most important one you see instead of the puncher. Hold on. Here we go. Listen. You are in maximum effective distance of that punch. If you saw the sign that said puncher, should you even be standing there?
No.
If you saw the sign that showed you, and I started with the violent ones first, I'm a puncher, smacker, you probably shouldn't even be talking to me. You probably should be doing what?
Walking away.
And you got your hand, and I'm not faulting you. This is you.
Oh, when I'm done. Oh, I get it.
You see what I'm saying? You got your hands in your pockets. And I'm a puncher and a smacker.
Yeah.
Does this make sense? Right. So not all the signs are ever more present on a person. But if the signs were present there, right? I wouldn't even look your way. I probably would have what? Walked past you. So now if the signs are not here, hey, how you doing? My name is Mike. What's your height? Matter of fact, fist bump. We in COVID. Here we go. Nice to meet you and stuff. Now, so you see how the conversation, you don't see any signs. So you're not reading the language. If I'm coming close, you should be move. Go move. You should be creating distance. Right? If I'm coming, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? You should always be, you good. You should always be creating what? Distance. Don't just stand there. Don't put yourself in a what? Yes. Corner. Don't put yourself in a corner. Sometimes people get so caught up in a situation. Hey, how you doing? Oh shit, it's all good. Yeah, and you're not even paying attention. You in a what? You get what I'm saying? Does that help your argument you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, I mean, I get exactly what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if y'all remember the video. Remember the little girl? She ran up and tried to fight that white dude and he cold cocked her. It's like, dude, like, why are you trying to swing on a grown man?
But the thing is, I don't mind women fighting back because here we go.
Period.
All too often, women have always been told, stand back, stand by, stand down. No, I get the sentiments, but you got to pick and choose your battles wisely. You got to know yourself. How many of you know yourself for some shit you just not going to get into? Does that make sense? It's not about whether or not you. Hold on, hang tight. I want to hear what y'all saying. It's exchanging. It's not about whether or not you got the right to. Because I will tell you this. No one has the right to victimize you. Do y'all hear me?
Yes.
No one has the right to victimize you. But it is legal to be a victim.
And I ain't really backing down so easy. I don't care if it's a man or a woman.
If we playing sad too.
You bleed like I bleed.
But here we go. In that scenario, you said you're not backing down too easily. What did I say happened to her? He pulled out a gun,
Right.
pop, 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 shot her. Is any one of you all willing to die for this scenario I just told you?
No.
No.
So it's one of the
But if I don't know he had a gun.
That's all I'm saying. If it's not bail, jail, or hell no, I'm leaving. That's all I'm saying. And you can still walk away with your dignity knowing you walking away with your life. Now, what do I mean by walking away? I'm walking away, but I'm still
Hold on.
still looking in the
holding
event
my
you
gun.
pull it. Does that make sense? Final thing. If your son came in, remember the scenario, we'll make daughter. If your daughter came in, who gonna pay my mama? You gonna pay my mama?
She be like that for real.
Alright, so here we go. You in that corner. Can I use you for a minute? Because he got the trash. I got Locks, I'm sorry, Locks. Okay, so here we go. You in that corner.
Don't get my mama for real though.
Don't hit her. Hold on, wait a minute, hold on, stop. The fact that somebody even said that and I went along with that, that's trouble. He wasn't gonna hit her. Why would he do that shit? Here we go. So here we go. Now, I'm over here at the door. Okay? Sir. Mom, come on, let's go. Sir, not today. Back your ass up, boy. You see what I'm saying? In that scenario, he didn't have no gun on him. He might have had something hidden. But how many of you all can see that working?
Yeah.
Now, here we go. How many of you moms, be honest, how many of you moms would submit to your younger son telling you to let's go with that gun? If it's this situation, you would. But if this, here we go. If your son didn't present that gun and your son told you, Mama, let's go, how many of you would not submit? And I'm not saying, don't let the word submission trigger you. I know it gets used wrong.
I be son, you cool.
You see what I'm saying? Do you see when there's conflict? How many of y'all would have been like, boy, go back to the car, I'm your mom.
Right, that would have been
I
me.
would have told my son, but my child would have went on with
I just want some honesty. I got you next. I just want some honesty here
That would have
because
been me.
don't let the word submission trigger you. I know that is a triggering word and it gets used wrong, so I don't mean it in that context. But I'm talking about within this situation, you're submitting to the skill so that you could get your ass out that situation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. What was your thoughts?
I know my son, so I don't even want to get my son in that situation. So as his mom, if he tell me, come on, let's go, I'm gonna give him about it.
Yeah.
Cause that means something else gonna come out that if I don't go.
Mhm.
So, you gotta know the kid.
That's how I-
You see what I'm saying? Or even, let's just say, your son went off to training and you never knew what he was training in.
That's it.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
trust that he know more than me or better than me in that situation.
But how many moms are like you? Respectfully.
Not me. Not me. I ain't finna act innocent because I'm sitting here. But I would have told my son, you get your ass in the car, I got this.
Right, exactly.
But guess what? I'm gonna add this one last question because of what she said. What if her son, with the gun, went back to the car like she said?
Right.
What would have been the outcome? So sometimes disobedience is necessary, is that right? Oh shit. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't do what you need to tell me to do. Sometimes I gotta do what I feel I need to so we can survive. Does that make sense? How many of y'all found value in this version of that different scenario that occurred out there? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she didn't have the right to say what she wanted to say, and he definitely didn't have the right to do what he did, but I want you to understand the behavior and why walking away makes sense, and why I can't expect this man to be rational, because he ain't thinking. I can tell he don't have the skills. You came in for an oil change. He trying to do a brake fucking change or some shit. That's not what you paid for. Right. All right, here we go. We almost done, y'all. All right, here we go.